You can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious!
Well, now, Don, throughout the course of doing these podcasts, we like to speak to people who have achieved, you know, in some sort of capacity in their life, achievers.
I thought you'd start the introduction differently.
Well, you started.
Oh, well, Don, now you...
Don?
You don't... Yes, this is what you'd say.
Oh, you're
Don,
me.
I'll take you off. You ready? I'll try an impersonation.
Go ahead.
Now, Don, you don't contribute to this podcast. You never come with any information.
Oh, that's not right.
You never come up with a guest.
Oh, shut up.
I've got to do all the work, but today you've come up with a guest. Now, would you please do the introduction?
Is this you or me speaking now?
No, this is you. Would you please do the introduction? That's you.
I'm Don now.
No,
All right.
I'm Don, and so I'm going back to me myself now. Now, today's guest. Now, there are poignant times in your life, and one word.
Poignant?
Shut up. I'm doing the don't interrupt. And I go back years
What
to
sort of
Saturday.
words,
Will you
poignant?
shut up, please. I'm doing an introduction to our guest. I'm setting this. You told me, set the scene. Saturday night, I never had much to do when I was newly married, so I would sit at home in the early.
That's what your missus told me too.
Did she say that?
Yeah, she had. You got
Fair
nothing
dinkum.
to do. You wouldn't even.
Serious?
You
Is
wouldn't
that
even.
what happened? Is that
You wouldn't
is that
even
the words in the marriage
do
book?
anything with her. You
Is
used to
that
just
right?
sit outside on the porch and ignore
That's
her.
what she said.
Go on.
And Saturday night, it was a ritual. 6:30, Hey Hey It's Saturday. I used to watch Hey Hey It's Saturday when it came out at 8 o'clock prior to going to play football in the early 70s with Darryl Summers and Peter McKenna. But anyway, and I used to love a show called Red Faces. There were 3 memorable acts in my time of watching Red Faces. First off was Brian Nankervis. He recited poetry, and his name was Raymond Bartholomew. And he
Bartholomew.
Yeah, Bartholomew.
Bartholomew.
No, Bartholomew.
Oh, bullshit.
Oh, fuck, did you watch it?
Well, Bartholomew, his name. Go on.
The other was a man called Jack Levi, who is a Hawthorn supporter and came out and did Elliot Goblet. Now, the third, and this bloke fascinated me, I don't know, he had all these fellows behind him.
Don't mention his name till you...
No, I won't, because they came out as a group and they were called the Music Men. Now, we have got the leader of the Music Men, the man who was right out the front with curly blonde hair. He is an Englishman, and he is now sitting in the chair. He doesn't look anything like the man that I saw back in the early 80s. He looks like a fucking Darrow that's come out of Peaky Blinders.
Language.
Well,
Tom,
he does.
please.
He looks like... I thought
His wife's in with us.
And let me tell you
Michelle.
that he is batting above his average.
Of course.
He is. I don't know what he's got.
Anyhow.
He's driven up in a Land Rover, an immaculate Range Rover.
Oh, why don't you give the number plate out so
well, I
people
will
can
in a minute.
go and
he gets out of the car and looks
coin
like a
it.
bloody Darrow.
So Don. So
Can I introduce to you?
Well, we'll just say that I think he emigrated from England in 1988 when the music.
Sorry, I was married. I wasn't. I was married when I
Okay.
saw him.
All right.
I was sitting in the house at Wandon.
All right. Well, you introduce who he is. He's the lead. He's the lead act, the lead man of the Music Men, and his name is.
Oh fuck! Shit! I forgot. What was it? What's his name?
Are you serious?
Yeah, quick. Go.
He's not long about off leaving. He's about to leave the premises, Don. His name's David
Oh yeah, Dave.
Brooks.
Thanks.
Affection-
David Brooks.
affectionately known as Brooksy.
And isn't he a well-known man around
So,
town?
David, I'm really sorry for that ham-fisted introduction. Welcome, Brooksy, to You Cannot Be Serious.
Well, it's great to be here. What an introduction. Brooksy, eh? Brooksy.
You're very well known around
David
Melbourne
Brooks.
because people ask me, who have you got on the show this week? Now, Russell Green, a former teammate of mine, said, we've got Dave Brooks on. He used to be, Brooksy. And then I work with Bernie Quinley. He said, who have you got on tomorrow? I said, Dave Brooks. He wrote a song about me.
You did.
So
really?
You're really well known around town.
Oh, good. Yeah.
So I know you'll correct us if any of this is wrong. So you obviously came out before 1988, I presume.
Correct.
When did you come out?
I came out to play soccer on a 3-year soccer contract in 1981.
Okay.
Who did you come out to play for?
Ringwood Wilhelmina.
I'll be buggered, the Dutch people.
Dutch Offrodomme.
I'll be buggered.
Offrodomme. I came 81.
And for a man and a group who have cut their teeth on doing AFL songs and sending up AFL teams and people and personalities, for a person, I presume, who knew nothing about our Indigenous Australian game called Australian Rules Football, it's remarkable that you have become the success that you have, having had no idea about our game, our culture and the teams. That would be fair to say, wouldn't it, Brooksy?
It would be very true to say that we knew nothing about the game, but we knew about the drinking culture, and that was good enough for the footy players.
Now, where are you from in England?
I'm from a town called Bury in the north of England, famous for Sir Robert Peel, who was
Prime Minister of England,
and started.
Wasn't he the emancipator of slaves or something?
They were saying that recently, but he wasn't. And he started the police force.
Pardon? Yeah, the head copper.
Yeah, that's why they call them bobbies. Well, I knew you'd know that.
Who else? Who else?
And it's famous. The $20 note at the moment, there's a lady on the back of it, Mary Reeby, on the $20 note. When she was 11 years old, she was dressed as a boy and she stole a horse. And she got sent to Australia as a convict at 11.
Really?
And they found out she was a boy, released her, and then she ended up marrying a captain in the British Australian Army, and then she became a very successful charity person and did a lot. And she's on the back of the $20 note.
So you came out to play soccer, and you suddenly thought, I tell you what I'll do. I'll either do this myself, or I'll get someone with me, or I'll get a group of people, and we'll make a killing by sending up and in a nice, affectionate way, Australian Rules Football. How did that idea spawn? How did you spawn that idea?
Well, Sam, the tradition back in England with all the lads would go out and we'd have a sing-along, and the Music Men was part of my party piece. And in the 80s, I must say I came out at TNT and I worked with Mark McClure and Kenny Hunter and these lads, and Mark Dawson was my sales manager. Yeah. And I was in that culture and I was doing songs about them after in the Flagstaff. And then I'd be doing it with the lads after it. I actually got barred from the saloon. I got barred from the Fortnite Club for doing for standing on the bar and doing the Music Man. And then we were watching Red Faces, and one of the boys said, "Why don't we go on that?" So I said, "All right." So I got 9 of the boys.
Now, what are these, soccer boys? Or
we're all soccer lads, who came here.
So they're all from England?
Oh, England and Scotland.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is it that the English and the Scottish, the Irish, I feel embarrassed when I've been over there, especially the Irish pubs, when they can get up and sing, you're so uninhibited, and it's embarrassing.
He was just explaining how he got onto it and you interrupted him.
That's all right. But you're right there, Don. It's part of our culture. We do that. And I went on, and we all got our suits on, because we all used to go out in suits. So English tradition, and the girls liked it as well, which was good. So we've gone on with our suits on, and we ended up winning it. We won $500. We went straight to the station hotel, and it was $50 each, and got pretty drunk, and that was it. We thought it finished. No more, because we were playing soccer, and then I got a transfer back to England for 2 years. I came back, and I put
transfer what in soccer?
No, through work, right? Because I was coaching and playing. And then I bumped into Darryl Summers at a petrol station, and he's in Hawthorne, and he said to me, "Oh, you're back, come on the show again." So he went on again, and that's when we did the Gladstone Spall and a few of the others. And again, nothing of it. We thought, well, that's it, another $500 down the pub, have a laugh and all that. No intention of carrying on with it. And then we got a Twish commercial They flew us to New Zealand, and we did a tourist commercial, and then we were touring around New South Wales advertising this beer. And they were paying us as well.
So, Brooksy,
Yeah.
What's you pushed the envelope, and in this politically correct day and age, you probably took off Gladstone Small and the Pommies and the Kiwis and all the footballers, and now, mate, it's like a minefield. You've probably got to be so careful about what you say and who you say it about. It's almost, a comedy has almost just been hit for six, if you like, because no one has a sense of humour anymore, and we have the activists ready to jump on every single, we know this only too well, jump on every single thing that you say. How have you handled all that?
Well, I think it's the British humour that we do it, but we try and not do it untastefully, right? Even like Gladstone Small, I'll never forget, he was the origin of the Ashes at Sunbury, and I get a tap on my shoulder, and Gladstone Small, he says, what's this song you do about me? He started laughing. Next day, we had lunch at the Stokehouse. He was great about it.
Yeah, no, and the people that you send up and that we take the piss out of love it, and yet you have the vocal minority.
You couldn't
the
do that
activists.
Gladstone small thing
Well,
now,
I don't know.
could you?
We've moved on a bit now. He's not
Yeah, but I mean,
Ireland.
you couldn't do it today. I watched that other fellow called Barry Humphries. How would he go today?
Oh, damn Edna, no.
And Sir Les Patterson.
So what has been the most popular? Did you know the most popular, the one you get requested most about the song or the parody that you do about a club or a person? Is that an unfair question?
Yeah, well, there's so many, because we were doing these things, and then Greg Champion got us to do the footy fun on the footy show when we did the Sam Newman, I'm too sexy for this song, and Dunstall and all that. And then we got in, then that's when Sam said, I knew nothing about footy. Next minute, we're in the footy culture.
Yep.
And we're at Calm Football Club, we're doing a song about John Elliott, we're doing all the footballers, but it was funny, it wasn't like having a go at them.
Absolutely.
And we got into this football culture.
And did you research and write the material, or
all ourselves, yeah.
Yeah, you would have to research.
Yourselves meaning plural, not you.
Yeah, well, we all chipped in.
I see.
We all chipped in, and Greg was writing a few.
So Greg's from the Could Have Been Champions, and you weren't never part of them, though.
No. But we did a few.
But you worked in collaboration with them and did gigs together with the Could Have Beens?
We did gigs. We never knew what gigs was at one stage, because don't forget, we were soccer players. This wasn't our intention to come Australia. You know, we're thinking about not doing it. Next minute, we'll get another phone call or get the boys together, and some of them were playing soccer and couldn't do it. So I was getting ring-ins in and different things. But that was what I was saying about Sam. I'll never forget when it was the 100 years of AFL, and there was a huge marquee
in the MCG.
MCG.
I went to that.
The Prime Minister was there, and we performed doing all the club songs at the 100th anniversary. And I'll never forget 1995, maybe.
Yep.
And I'll never forget, Sam said to me, this is ridiculous. We've got a lot of English lads here singing our football songs. I know. How did this happen?
It is amazing. It is an amazing story.
We're not like the Irish, the English, and I'm embarrassed when I've been there to Ireland how they all sing.
But this had never happened over there. They won't get a lot of Aussies singing soccer songs.
No.
They get them beat up.
No.
But that's us. To me, what I keep telling people is Australians judge you how you are, not on your accent, not where you're from. If you're a good bloke, you're all right.
Mate, we keep going on about this, but we get hijacked by the political correct people who want to make a point about we treat people as individuals no matter who you are or what you are.
But hang on,
you'd be amazed how this is getting out of hand.
How do you judge Australians? Because you're an outsider.
All right, I've been here 42 years, right? I came here with nothing, and I've still got it. Right?
What, still got nothing?
Nothing, still got nothing.
Jeez, you're driving that blood, and the wife's not bad either.
It's not my wife.
Oh, jeez.
It's my carer.
Oh, you care.
The wife,
I reckon
Don.
No, it's not my wife, it's my best friend.
And you're saying the wife is not bad.
Jeez, the carer's not bad. Can you give me a hand pass?
The wife, or whoever she is, has a name, and her name is Michelle. Michelle, say you're not a figment of our imagination. Say hello into the microphone, please. No, come on, Michelle. Get
Pull
into
your
the
chair
mic.
in, Michelle.
Yeah, he must have
Michelle's from
sorted out
Scotland.
I know. How does she mix
It's a
with...
Brit moonlit net and it spit into the microphone, please, love.
Now, what are you doing with an Englishman, Michelle?
Exactly.
Hey?
Feed him.
Feed him?
Ubering, feeding. She comes and checks on me because I live on my own, so
You live on your own?
just in case something happens. Yeah.
Jeez, don't blow your brains out.
No.
Hey,
And I
you
sleep
better watch him. He
outside.
hasn't got a gun.
And I sleep outside.
You sleep outside?
I can't sleep
Hey, we got a
inside.
partner for you. Down on Beaconsfield Parade.
Yeah, I heard
do you
you
want
talk about
a partner?
Yeah.
You can sleep rough.
Yeah, no.
So,
I'm
just
not
for the you don't know, Michelle, you're not his husband. Husband. You're not his wife. You're just friends.
We're, yeah.
And fantastic. And you have are you hooked up in the 80s, 90s, or is this just recent?
This is
Not
really-
trying to
No,
this
sound
is
like the
really-
FBI.
18 months.
18 months.
Yeah.
But beautiful. And you're very, I'm going to say, we can say this, Don, because we're old enough to be able to say this. You're an extremely attractive looking
But
woman.
I like the way she dresses.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
the
yeah,
boots
that's
are
enough.
from Paris.
It's just as well
Yeah.
as radio, not TV.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's Aussies.
Yeah, but anyway, tell me about
Well,
Australians from you as an
honestly,
outsider.
It sums up the first few years when I came here, summed up Australia to me. I just left England in the early 80s. Margaret Thatcher's in charge. We had the miners' strikes. It was a nightmare. Petrol's, it was
was
a nightmare.
rooted, wasn't it, England?
Yeah. So I've left there, come on a 3-year contract. I'm going back. I land here. You've just won a boat race. Your Prime Minister is drunk at 8 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
and he says, if any boss gives anybody
Yeah.
the sack
He's a
today,
bum.
they're a bum. I've gone, I'll have a bit of that.
Yeah.
Margaret Thatcher won't be saying that. And that really thought, this is great. And I was lucky to work with TNT, as I said, with McClure and Kenny Hunter and Mark Dawson, and all these people took me under the wing, and I learnt the Australian way. And I was called the Pom, and in fact, in that first week, seriously here, I had my first cold beer, I had my first steak, and I had my first shower, because we don't have showers in England.
and being a pom, you never even used to store
a
the
bath.
beer. You never used to store the beer near the fridge, let alone in it.
No,
You'd like
it was
And you'd
warm
hide
beer.
your money under the soap, wouldn't you?
Yeah. We only have a bath in England once a week, whether you need it or not. But here, you had 2 showers a day, and I'm going, this is, But everybody's sort of doing
So you
Just
say...
saying,
the pommy bashing was all right, but I tell people back in England when I go back, no, if they call you a pommy bastard, that means they love you.
yeah.
It's an affection with it. It's the Aussies, they'll tell you straight to the face. They either like you or they don't like you. And they search you out for that, or how you are as a person, not what you do, not what, I'm an iceberger now with the icebergers down at Brighton. And a lot of them, high flyers, but when we get there when you get there in the tracksuit and the budgies, it's a leveler. You don't know who they are. There you go.
So has anyone ever taken offence at what you've said about them, or said to you, that's...
Never.
No, never?
Never, ever, ever have we had any complaints. We get complaints when we'd not done them.
Yep. So you say you came here with nothing and you've still got it. Well,
Yeah.
I tell you what, I couldn't read out all the gigs that you've done. I'll just read out the first 10: Saab, Australia Post, ANZ, National Bank, Subaru, Still, New Zealand Insurance, Blue Star. That's about a third. That's just a sample. You've spoken and performed at many Australian companies and overseas companies. So you must be doing something right, Brooksy. And you're still doing it.
We refocused again, but
COVID knocked you about.
yeah, it did. I got it real bad.
No, not you, but it's being able to perform.
But we enjoy it now. Like, we got together last year and we did the New Music Man with Trump and Boris and all these things, and we did a couple of cricket songs. Like, this is how ridiculous it is again. In the ACB in 2006 and 1995 rang us up to do some songs against the Pommies, right? So we're English, and I found the YouTube video last night, and we're on the ground singing, see the English, the poor old English, the whinging all the way, the whinge away, the whinge away, the whinge. And the Barmy Army were booing like mad. And I'll never forget Ricky Ponting. He was about to come on bat, and he went, that's good, we've got them wound up. But we're English singing against for the Aussies.
Yeah, we're not creative, are we? It's not like that. Listen, your image. I remember you with blonde kind of
Oh, we'll get
curly
onto
hair.
that.
The hair's now gone. You're unshaven. I've just got to describe you. You look like something from Peaky Blinders. A
Yeah.
three-piece suit, the newsboys cap, and the two front teeth. Where are they gone?
All the teeth are gone. Well, it goes back to a story. This, when I came in the early 80s, I had a monkey's at the back of my head, a monkey's ass. Can you say that? Right?
What's a monkey's ass?
When I got a whole, like a monk, I had her, but a whole.
Oh, monk, M-O-N-K.
Yeah, a monk.
Oh, jeez, I thought it was monkey.
So
Can't you
in
speak English?
In 1983, I got a wig. So
That's not a wig, is it?
I wore a wig.
You're joking.
I was the undercover pom. I wore a wig for 32 years.
Fair dinkum.
And everybody says that. Where's that big bush of hair?
Yeah.
So anyway, 10 years ago, and you know John Locko, don't you? He's been on here.
I was just going to mention, if you're in the Icebergers, he's down at the
Yeah, he is the iceberger.
Is that you with the wig?
Yeah, that's me with the
Holy
syrup.
mackerel.
I told you the bloody hair. That's all I remember
It's
is
the
his
syrup.
hair.
So, talking about the teeth, 2001, it was the first ever corporate boxing. And I was filmed corporate boxing at Albert Park where people can go and have a fight, right?
Really?
It was the first one. And I was filming it because I was doing documentaries at that time. And someone didn't turn up. And they said, Brooks, why don't you have a go? So I ended up fighting someone half my age. I was 60 then, and they were 30, and we were the first fight. And if you've ever seen Buster Keaton or Lauren Hardy, that was me. We come in the ring, and it was on Foxtel live. Barry Michaels commentating. I had Sam Solomon in my corner, and I'm mucking about thinking it's going to be a joke. This, he's come out swinging at me, and I'm running around away from him like a black and white movie. 26 seconds, he's caught me one. I was out for 6 minutes.
Really?
I was out, and my wig.
Your wig, you had the wig on then?
My wig went up and I went down. Honestly, I'll send you the video, and when you see it, you'll laugh your head off. But I were down, and I had the oxygen on me and everything. Oh, it's ridiculous. I should never
So
have
what's
done it.
that got to do with your teeth?
Well, that's what I said. I damaged them then, right? So anyway, I've got a bridge on. About a month ago, I was having corn on the cob and they came out. So it's
Corn on the cob.
Corn on the cob. It's not a fight. It was corn on the
Michelle's
cob.
finding this extremely humorous.
Because it's true.
Did you cook the corn?
I have to help him find his teeth. That's the
Oh yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So I had listen to this. I had some false ones in. I get them back on Thursday, right?
Yeah.
And she came round the other day, and I said, "Oh, I'm ready now. Where's my teeth?" And I went, "Oh yeah," because I do F45 with all the kids. I said, "Oh, they're in my tracksuit." I went, "Oh my God, they're in the wash." So we had to wait 40 minutes for the washer to finish.
Brooksy, if you want the best teeth, false teeth in the world, my very dear friend Kevin King, Dental Laboratories in Ascot Vale, he will make your teeth. Have you got your
No, I'm
sorted?
getting them done. I'm getting the pudding on Thursday. Implants, proper
oh,
ones.
I get you now.
This has been going on for a bit now, but they're in the way to wait 40 minutes. But I've lost them now. I don't know where they are.
Do you know what a friend of mine lost his front teeth? Do you know he found them 3 days later in his underpants? And I'll tell you the man's name, Kim Lehman from Wakeree. Now, that is a fair dinkum story.
That will go viral.
So he
That is a dinkum
so he
story.
swallowed them and he shit himself?
No,
and
he
How
went
did he
out to
find
have a
them in-
leak in the middle of the night, and somehow they've fallen into his underpants. He couldn't find them for a couple of days.
Jesus.
They were in his bloody underpants.
Oh, my God.
He thought he found something nipping at his agates.
I'm
Over
telling
his
you,
own
that's a
teeth.
true story.
Now, Brooksy, how old were you when you came in 83?
I was 27.
So you're 67, are you?
No, 68.
60,
69
well,
in
not bad. I just
September.
don't
Geez, you look ancient. You look shit house.
Calculator's not working.
Mathematics here. That's
Doesn't
very
he?
good.
So
Michelle, doesn't
when
he
you
look-
said you were belting up someone at 60, so that's 8 years ago.
Yeah.
No, mate. So come on. Who did you like doing the best? You must have had the
The
most
footy show ones.
No, but who popular?
Well, footy show we did-
popular acclaim. Who was
Oh,
some?
well, we could. How do you solve a problem like Maguire? How do you stop in talking about the pies? And then we did Gutnick. Just sit right back and hear a tale of Diamond Joe, who came to the Melbourne Football Club with lots and lots of dough.
Oh, fantastic. So you find a popular song and you put your words
Yeah.
to it and you research the personalities or the people
Yeah.
or the club And no, it's clever stuff, mate. I know other people do it. And
He
but
played for Hawthorn. He played. I've just made this up. He played for Hawthorn, and he dresses pretty suave. He does don don don. He does don don. That was crap, wasn't it?
What's he doing? Can you tell me what he
what's
said?
that song? What's the song?
I do run.
Oh, I do run.
Oh, the do run.
Yeah.
I do run.
Who was
run.
that?
Yeah.
It wasn't Del Shannon. was it?
I just made that up. Don
Did
don.
you?
And Sam was obviously, I'm too sexy for this.
You did
song.
one on Bernie Quinlan. He said it didn't go
Oh, yeah.
anywhere though.
Yeah, but
Bernie was playing back in those days.
Yeah, he was because I used to live with Glenn Coleman, who played with him, and that's why I went following his pitch right.
So you did Jimmy Barnes. Did you not take him?
No, that's Steve, the one who can sing. Steve Cal.
So you didn't do that. This
No,
is Cal,
no,
is it?
that's proper-
Is this
Yeah.
Brooksy and Cal?
Brooks and Cal when we do our little duos.
And
yeah.
we're still in business
Yeah,
with Cal. We're still
yeah,
speaking to
yeah,
one
we're
another, are we?
available.
Yeah.
We're looking to do a tour of old people's homes soon.
Yeah, well, Don and I might
retirement
be,
places,
Don
yeah.
and I might be in.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
at that
well, I'm
stage.
practicing now.
Yeah. The
one
Wiggle.
with- eh?
And it was. Is this Cal or you did the Wiggles?
Yeah, the piss wiggles. Can you point your fingers when you're pissed?
The-
Dorothy, will you please sleep with me? Dorothy. Can we say that?
yeah, cool.
Yeah,
too.
cool,
Saying
you
it's
say
human
whatever you like.
nature.
And we get dressed up as the wheels and we're pissed, singing.
Oh, yeah.
Can you point your fingers? With me?
Human nature and all that.
Yeah, with neighbours. We're all sick of watching neighbours with a lot of overacting.
So where's it all headed?
No idea.
Brooke, you no idea? Never planned a day in your life? You just
No,
cruise
never.
along?
Honestly, that's one thing about me.
you-
None of this has ever been planned. I just wanted to play soccer like you with Buddy. That's all I wanted to do. That's why I came to Australia.
How far did you go with your soccer back home?
My claim to fame was I made my debut for Bury against Manchester United.
Hang on, Bury.
Bury Football Club.
Bury. Yes.
FC. And we played Manchester United.
What, in FA Cup?
No, in a game, and I marked Bobby Charlton.
You're joking,
And
did
there's
you?
a picture. I've got it signed up, and he signed it. Me and Bobby Charlton.
And listen, was that First Division Bury back then, or
No,
was
we
it a practice
was
game?
in the second division. Yeah. So they were in the first.
So are you in the office writing material as we speak?
No.
Or, no, you're just having a hiatus at the minute?
Well, it's there, but it never goes away. But you just wait for a phone call to do it.
Okay,
But
so-
with social media, we keep putting songs.
So that was my next question. So,
Right.
what's some of the biggest or the best venues you've played at, and do you go back to the old home country ever, and are you asked to perform, and people say, "Who in the hell are these songs about?"
We'd
And,
get killed in England if we did this.
would you?
Would you?
Oh, of course we do with this lot. Oh, yeah.
What?
You know what it's like? It's like me, I'm from the north of England. If I went up in a pub in Millwall, I would not
Hang on,
speak.
where's Millwall?
London, they're like, and Chelsea and West Ham. I wouldn't speak because I'm a Man United fan, you see.
You what? You wouldn't speak?
My accent, no, because they just look at you.
Fair income.
Oh, yeah, we're still...
What do you mean, class distinction?
No, because I'm from the north, up
Yeah, well, that's
north.
class distinction, isn't
Yeah,
it?
but it's the scum, Manchester United.
Yeah, well,
the
that's
scum.
class distinction, isn't it?
Like, that's what I laugh about. Funny. Now, this is funny. It might not be funny to you. In England, the chants are shocking. Like, this is United last week. Build a bonfire, put City on the top, put the, what do you call it, in the middle, and burn the lot. Whereas you here
really?
sing after a game, we're a happy team, all nice and nice, happy team at heart. So that just sums up Australia.
So where do the crowd, it fascinates me, where does the crowd, is there a circular printed thing to go out to
No,
the
you
crowd?
just know it. You just know it. You just pick it up. You just pick it up.
Those
Someone else
chants
sing
are
it,
unbelievable.
and you pick it up. But
So, Brooksy, you've
yeah.
so, and I've done this, but as light relief, you've been to, I presume, some prestigious gigs that are very black tie and all very toffee, and suddenly they introduce the Music Men, and on you come. What's some of the most diverse venues you've been at as far as class goes?
Well,
I mean,
well, going to them one time when we were doing we did the rugby union on the ground in front of like 50,000. We did the Ashes at the MCG in front of 100,000 on the ground.
What, at lunchtime or
Yeah.
the drinks or something?
Yeah. and SCG and the MCG, when I was saying we're doing the Poms and the Aussies. Some of the weird ones.
You ever been
Well,
to
they're all weird, really, because we come to play soccer and we're not meaning to do this. And next minute, we're getting phone calls from the ACB. Oh, we're coming, like the AFL centenary ball. Like we're going, what's going on here? It wasn't our intention, but we enjoy it. I'm trying to think of some of the crazy ones.
You ever been to a convention of bankers or lawyers
And
in
you've
a
attended
black
them.
tie place at the Australia Club,
Yeah.
and suddenly on you come and you knock them in the aisles and they think, God Almighty, what are we doing
Oh,
here?
we died at a few. Don't worry about
Have
it.
you?
Have you?
Oh, don't worry about that. Yeah.
Well, because it
Like
was-
what?
There's one I can't even talk about because it makes me sick when I think about it.
But it wouldn't be because of the material. It's just because the people who booked you, they didn't quite read the. Is that
but,
right?
But don't forget, being honest now, in the early days, right? See, this is how ridiculous it was. We did Hey Hey, and that was it. Next minute, I bump into Darren, we're on again. It's gone. Next minute, we get a call from Saatchi and Saatchi. Chewies want to do a commercial. Next minute, I get a call from Michael Gudinski's secretary. We want to do an album with you. And we do it at Red Simons' garage on a weekend because we're all playing soccer. We had to do it at night. But we had to have 2 slabs of beer. Then we go to the Coca-Cola Music Awards and Will Smith is the MC. And we should have slapped him.
What are you doing that for, Michelle? Oh, because
Just
you
slapped
slapped.
him,
Oh,
Will
yeah.
Smith. So we got our own caravan on the Gold Coast with all these
Celebrities and
Farnham and Will Smith and all that. And we were the most popular caravan because we were the only one with beer in it, because that's the first thing the boys did, stack it up with beer. And talking about where I went wrong, here's one where I went wrong, which I've only just got it over with. John Farnham, well, we did the rehearsal, right?
Yep.
And when you do the rehearsal, the stars, as you know, they have a stand-in, right?
Yep.
So the idea was, John Farnham's talking about, this is how we count the awards, Ernst & Young, count the awards, and that's how we get the awards, right? And then we are supposed to come out and go, I am the music, count them up, disturbing. Anyway, it comes to the night, the boys have had a few sherbets, I'm nervous, I've got a white suit on, right? So we're backstage, we haven't seen Farnham or Will Smith or anybody. Next minute, we hear them talking. Next minute, the guy says, you're on. So we've gone out, but he's got us out too early. And I'd just seen Will Smith and John Farnham, all these cameras and crowd, and I froze. And I'm dancing like that. And Farnham stopped talking, and he's looking at me. And he says, what are you doing? I went, I don't know. Honestly, it's on YouTube, I'll send you. I've gone, I don't know. And he goes, aren't you? And I went, oh yeah, hi, I'm there. And then we go off, and Farnham, word of a lie, looks at his paper and goes, well, that was the music men, or whoever they are, the very professional music men. Now, I got destroyed for years. I can only just talk about it now. From the boys took the mickey out of me and everything. That was the beauty about this. We're all mates. And it's like anything, like your football mates. If you're with your mates, it's great. It's great fun. Mm-hmm. But that I've just remembered that then. But it's on YouTube, that you can see me.
Are all the
Everybody
boys that you came out of the original group still around, or are they gone back to England?
Well, I'm a bit like Sam. I'm 2 for none. 2 divorces. But one of my wives has got 5 sisters, and two of the music men have married them, but they've had to go back in England. We'd lost 2 music men, unfortunately, who's passed away, and all the others are still around here. One's in Perth and all that. Yeah, so we're all, but don't forget, in the early days, because they were playing soccer, not being big-headed, but as long as my red curly hair was out the front, I could have had
exactly right.
So we kept changing them.
Yeah,
right? We kept changing them, and we'd be driving to a gig. What do we do? I said, just follow me.
Yeah.
They were more concerned was, how much do we get free drink?
So if the AFL or the NRL or the Soccer Australia or the Basketball Australia, if they rang you up and said, we've got a gig on next week, can you accommodate us? You would sit down and write some stuff.
Yeah.
Would you? Is that how it works?
Yeah, easy. Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah, give us something now, and I'll do something in my head. Michelle, no, Don, Sam.
Michelle,
Yeah.
Michelle, my bill, Don.
Michelle, my bell.
Beatles.
Sunday, Moki, you bought.
Yeah, stop it.
Come
In
on,
fact,
Michelle.
Sorry, I should say this. When we got together last year to do the new one, the Trump and the Boris
Trump.
and the King Jong-un, we got away with this. We did the King Jong-un with a mass. We
Yeah.
did Trump. We did
Boris.
the English guy, Boris. Yeah. And Michelle was the first female ever to perform with the Music Men.
Really?
Yeah, and the ratings went up.
Thank
Don't
you
worry
very
about
much.
that.
I wouldn't wonder. So you did Trump?
Yeah, I should send it you.
You
We all had
Yeah.
the wigs on and the long ties.
And you didn't take his voice off, but you just sang about
We
it.
just sang, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. I'll
fantastic.
send it you.
Yeah.
And the King Jong, we had masks on. King Jong, and then we did Boris, and we did it with trays banging our head and all that. And one of the guys was on a horse, come across on a horse. It was just mayhem.
And where did you do that?
At Royal Brighton Yacht Club. I run comedy nights there.
At the what?
The Royal Brighton Yacht
The
Club.
Royal Brighton Yacht Club. I'll just.
Have you got my YouTube channel, Sam?
Yeah. No, YouTube. No, I've got what I'm looking at now. I've just looking
go
at,
on musicmen.com.
Yes.
.au.
I've got that
sorry.
here.
It's
But
on
I
there,
was
sorry.
just trying to see.
Sure, John.
No, mate. Well, so if I went on musicmen.com, anyhow.
You got it, Michelle?
So.
Yeah. Anyway, it's funny, you know. But it's up to date, and we do Putin, whether you can do it. You should have Putin and somebody shooting him.
Somebody's shooting him.
Can't say that. Hey?
Well, it's fantastic. It's a great success. Great success story, Brooksy and Michelle. A great success story. You don't know where you're headed next, but you're just waiting. Is that what we're doing?
We just go with it. Yeah, I'm writing a book about all this, by the way.
Are
you? Yeah. I've been asked to do my memoirs of my time in Australia.
Oh.
Yeah. The funny thing is,
Who's
I tell
doing that
people,
with you?
I'm just doing it on my own.
You're writing it?
And Dave O'Neill's helping me.
Yes,
He's ghosting
Dave,
with me.
He's a good man.
He's a great man, Dave O'Neill. And I say, when I landed, Tattoo should have met me.
A what?
Tattoo, because it was Fantasy Island. This is, to me,
Oh,
I'm on
tattoo
holiday
from the eye.
every day of my life. Every day of my life. And when you said about going to England, I go back every year.
Do you?
But
Why do you go back?
I lost my mum in 2019, September 94, and then COVID, so I've not been back. This is the longest in my life I haven't been back to England,
And
which I miss.
You miss?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Why? What is it about? Just
Because
at
I've
his
been
home?
I live here, but that's always my home where I come from.
Yeah, of course.
And
Yeah, it
black
would be.
puddings were invented in Bury, and that's the first thing
Really?
I'll have when I get home, a black pudding.
How
which is
disgusting.
pig's
Black
bladder.
pudding, what is that? That's
Like a
pig's
haggis.
blood. Is that pig's blood?
Pig's bladder.
Oh, fuck.
Good for you. And
how absolutely vile.
what about haggises, Michelle?
What about haggis?
Do you like haggis,
What's that?
don't
The
you?
guts of pigs. Is it? What's haggis?
It's good for you.
What is it?
It's the intestines.
Oh,
Not,
how-
you know what? It's just the bag around it. It's
Oh,
not the skin,
how
it's the intestines.
absolutely
But inside-
vile.
Hang on, you fill the haggis with what?
With spices and meats and but good meat. It's just the bag.
Fucking disgraceful.
Have you not had one, Sam?
And what's
No,
black
no,
pudding?
I-
What's black pudding?
Pig's blood is really good. It's like
No, please.
it looks horrible, but it tastes great.
Yeah, but what's it? Do you stuff it like they do the haggis?
Yeah. Pig's blood and all meat and all things like that and fat.
Fat.
In Bury, we have the biggest market in the northern hemisphere in Bury. They come from all over to our
For what?
market.
Market for what?
For anything, food and things like that. Oh, that's where I got these hats from.
Oh,
right?
is that where you got that hat?
Yeah. So
It's a
people
magic
go
hat.
on there, especially to get a what am I talking about? Black pudding. It with paper, or you put mustard on it, and you get it all over your face.
Well, Don, it's never
Yeah.
cease to be amazed at how
doesn't.
people eke out a living and may have a vocation, and it's only to be admired that we grew up with what we do, and we still stumble with it. These people, Brooksy and not Michelle, but she's just part of it recently, have come out from the old country and taken us by storm, Don. It's amazing, isn't it? Don't you think?
I just go back to the first time I saw them. I told you three acts that stick in my mind, and
Thank you.
You ever speak to Daryl or
Yeah, well, I
Do
keep
you?
in touch,
Gee,
yeah.
be one of the few.
Well, I mean, sorry, through his...
Well,
through
that's
his,
right.
Through his secretary.
Well,
through,
geez.
not with Daryl, through his people.
Yeah, that's right. You spoke
What?
to Daryl lately? I know
I've never
Daryl.
met him.
Well, I know Daryl pretty
Well,
well,
I
but
do.
he's up. He lives up in the somewhere, doesn't he?
He's
Up
been
in
good
the-
to us. He's been great
he's been
to us.
fantastic.
He's been great to us. And,
He has.
and we give us an opportunity and for us lot, it's a great story. Like when they had the 50-year anniversary thing, we got on that, which is like, again, like how ridiculous is that?
Right, Don, you started it off. Now finish it off. So thank Michelle and David, Brooksy. Go on, do it, and then I'll play the music.
You've just done it.
No,
Johnny.
you do it.
Thank you, Michelle, my belle. And Brooksy!
I do. A don 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 a don don don.